Hello friends! Alright, so wait for just a few minutes for everyone to pop on and we'll get started. But okay, so I'm going to go ahead and post my shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find all of the makeup I'm about to use. So pin that there. And then we'll just wait for just a few minutes, but I'm excited for today's tutorial. We're going to do kind of like a more brown bronzy glam. That's what I decided to call it. My hair today, I need to wash it. We're on like day 5. We're struggling. Hi guys, hi Kathy, how are you? Hi Janice. How is everybody? So if you missed it yesterday, I did a tutorial on my mom. We did her hair. So if you missed that tutorial, make sure you watch that on the replay. Did I say we did her hair? We didn't do her hair. We did her makeup. We did this spray foundation on her, and then this coming Wednesday, I'm gonna do the stick foundation on her. So I'm gonna do the stick foundation on Mama next Wednesday. So if you missed yesterday's tutorial, like I said, you can watch it on the replay. Thank you. And then I have another fun little try on. After this tutorial, I'm going to hop right back on, and then we're going to do a really fun try on with a boutique called Sheen, I think is how you say their name. Thank you. I know, I love her. Aw, thanks, Diana. She did look so pretty. I couldn't stop staring at her skin. Her skin looked so good, so flawless, so like soft. Yeah, she lives like 20 minutes from me. Yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So today's coverage, we're just going to go tried and true. We're going to go in with the Liquid Touch foundation. Like I said, I used the spray foundation on my mom yesterday. So if you want to see the coverage of that, you can watch that one. And then today we're just going to do some good old Liquid Touch, because I know a lot of you guys like just kind of, you like to stick to what you know. You like to stick to that comfort zone, which is, I feel you. I'm so like that too. So today I'm going to use the liquid foundation in the shade Lace. And I need my powder concealer brush, which last I saw, this was in stock. Can you do your mom's hair? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not very good at other people's hair, but I could try. Message me, please, if you want her skincare regimen. Send me a message and I can give that to you. About the brow you did. Yeah, what's up, Meg? Go ahead and ask your question. Or you can message me too if you want to ask me that way. Is there any steps to follow when applying 40? I just ordered it and landed on my prudent, and it landed. So did my prudent liner. Yay, Amanda. So for the 40, definitely the Lash Primer. And then when you take your brand new mascara out of its bottle, I always recommend kind of wiping off a lot of that product like this. Because when it comes out brand spanking new, it's packed with product, which is not a bad thing, because this lasts for quite a long time because of that. But when you first pull it out, it will be kind of thick. So make sure to wipe off a ton of that product before you go in to use it for the very first time. And then you might want to continue doing that step for maybe like 3 or 4 times, and then you can start using it as regular. All right, so like I said, we're going to use the Liquid Touch foundation, and I'm going to use the shade Lace. So I shook up my bottle really well, and I just squirted it on top of my powder concealer brush, and then we're going to dot this around our face, and then we're going to start blending this in. I really love this coverage for just being kind of like a normal, really good medium to full coverage. If you're not like a big fan of super full coverage makeup, this is going to be the best option for you. The stick and the spray are both very full coverage makeup options. So if you're more like lighter to medium or medium to full, you could build it up however you want it. The Liquid Touch would be a really good option for you. You really can't go wrong with this. Also has a really good smell. It's kind of random, but it does. So I just take this and I kind of disperse this all over my skin. As you see, it kind of is a little bit like streaky from the brush, so that's another reason that I always recommend to make sure that you're going in with your blending bun. So I'm going to just take a little bit more and then squirt that on my finger. And then I'll just kind of dot this around my face. And now I'm going to take my blending bud, which is damp. I wring it underneath the water. And then this is where you're really going to fine tune your makeup look. This is going to make everything look so much smoother, so much softer on your skin. So we're going to just bounce this off our skin all over, and then you're going to see how much softer and more fuller coverage this makes the makeup look. So if you're not using these blending buds, you guys, I highly recommend them. You get 2 when you buy them, a large and a small. And then they really are so important, especially if you have mature skin, fine lines, wrinkles, or large pores, or oily skin. My earrings are from 1110 Leather. You can message me for the link if you want, or go check me out on Instagram story after this, and I'll link my full outfit there. They're coming out with more liquid eyeshadow colors. I hope so, Connie. That'd be awesome. Hello, hi Pat. Do you just use the brown colors? I'm new to using a brow palette. I wasn't sure about the colors on the bottom. The colors on the bottom are going to be highlight shades, so you can use those like underneath your brow bone. It's all personal preference though. Yes, 1110 Leather, exactly. And then my code for her is Rhea C10. When can you tell when you have to toss your liquid foundation? I'd say like 2 years. And I would toss it if you haven't used it in 2 years and it's still open, or if it is open and you haven't used it. But it lasts for a long time. When I started using blending buds, then after I watched one of your lives, it was a game changer. Totally agree. Completely agree with you. So that's a Liquid Touch foundation, and then the coverage that I did is more of a light to medium. Like, you can still see my freckles, but my skin looks very even, very soft. It's not heavy on my skin. I love the Liquid Touch just for like a good medium coverage. So now I'm going to bump up that coverage using my Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and we're going to use this on our under eye. So like I said, foundation wise, we have a bunch of options. It just kind of depends what your skin is like and what your preference is like as far as what kind of coverage you like. So if you like something more light to medium, I would do the liquid. If you like something more full, I would do the stick or the spray foundation. But most of everything is in stock as foundation wise. So I love helping you guys. So make sure that you message me a selfie facing a window if you're not sure what color you are. So I just took my concealer and I just kind of bounced that off like my needed spots. So the spots that I just need like a little extra love in, which is my under eyes. It's always a big insecurity for me, so I always make sure to use my concealer there, and I go in like an upside down triangle kind of shape under here to elongate your under eye, which is makes your eyes look a lot larger. And then we use our smaller blending bud to kind of buff that down to make sure it's super soft and all that. Hello, hi from Florida. Awesome. Hi guys, how are you? Arkansas. All right, so now for my, so that was a Skin Perfecting Concealer, sorry, I just used, and that was the shade Organza. All right, so now to set everything, now I'm going to use my Touch Bold setting powder, and I showed you guys this yesterday, how to use it on mature skin and utilize that little mesh plate, but this is how I use mine. So I took the cap off mine, so I usually it comes with a little mesh plate, but I took mine off so I could use a baking technique. So I just grab a bunch of that on the product. I always make sure that there's no fine lines beginning to form before I go in with this step, because once you set it, it stays in place. So if you do have more dry skin and mature skin, I would watch yesterday's tutorial with my mom where I show you guys how to use less of it. But essentially I just took a fluffy tapered brush and then popped that in the product and then just kind of pressed it underneath her eye. And then wherever else that she has a lot of fine lines, which was around her mouth. So for me, that's the sections I bake in. So this technique where I'm using a lot of product is called baking. So what it does is it's putting a lot of translucent powder on your face. I'm frozen, hold on. All right, give it just a second and see if that helps. But what I was starting to say was about the setting powder, how you pop a lot of it all over your face for the technique called baking. And so what that does is it draws out the natural oils of your skin, or if you live somewhere where it's really humid or you work in a kitchen or something like that, it's really going to absorb all of that, and it's going to absorb it. Instead of it pushing against your foundation, it's going to absorb. Long story short. Let me know if it gets better. I just undid from my Wi-Fi, so sometimes it takes a minute. It takes a minute to like come back. Thank you, it's growing so fast. I actually showed you guys what I've been using to help my hair grow on my Instagram story, which is Rhea Hope. Yeah, you might need to like go back and come back in if it's still giving you trouble. Do you have the color Swanky in the lipstick to swatch? While we wait for it to come back, I will go ahead. Ooh, you're lucky duck, Sandy. Swanky it is. It's really pretty. It's like this darker red. It's like a brick. Brick house. That is swanky. Okay, good. It's better now. Not freezing or blurry. We're good. Okay, cool. All right, so now that we're good. So that was the setting powder, which is what exactly I said. Really great for setting your makeup, setting your concealer. And if you ever feel like your makeup's been looking really dull lately, like you need something that's like has a brightening effect, the setting powder is perfect for that because if it's like white translucent color, it's very brightening. So it's a perfect product to use like on your under eye or around your contour. Is a liquid or stick better for large pores? I would probably do the spray actually for large pores or the stick. Both are good. But for you, Jennifer, the real question is how you're setting your makeup and how you're prepping your skin for your makeup. So if you have large pores, you're going to want to really make sure that your pre-makeup routine is like perfect, meaning that you're using the setting spray and the mattifying face primer. Those two things are so important. All right, so now for all over coverage, I'm going to use the Touch Mineral Pressed Powder in the shade Taffeta, which was back in stock last I checked. I should have checked if it's still back in stock. But I love this color because it's super, super neutral. But if you're not sure what powder you are, just message me and I can give you a recommendation. But I always, no matter what type of skin you have, no matter what type of coverage you like, I always recommend to make sure that you are setting your foundation with the pressed powder because this is going to be more of like your finishing powder. This is going to mattify your whole face. It's going to really take away any shininess or oiliness, and it's also going to give you this like porcelain doll finish. It's so important, and a lot of people think that, oh, I can't use that because I have dry skin or my face doesn't like powder. That may be the case, but not without pressed powder. We're going to find the video of you doing your mom's makeup. You will go to my Facebook page, which is Rhea Hope. Let me see if I can post the link here. Which is where I'm live now. So you can go there and you can scroll down to yesterday and you can watch it on the replay there. So you set all over before you contour and blush. Yes, typically, unless I'm doing a cream contour, then I would set around it and then I would set the contour. For the pressed powder, I don't recommend using the little sponge that it comes with. Your foundation will look more dry and cakey with that. You're gonna want to use a pressed powder brush. Almost finished the sentence. You're going to want to use a pressed powder brush because that is going to really apply it evenly and softer on the skin. All right, so for contouring, I'm just going to use my pressed powder. It's the same exact product, but this is in a darker shade in the shade Twill. And I'm going to go from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and you're going to take your tapered brush and just go back and forth until you start to see that color, and then you're going to swirl over that area to soften that up. And this is simply going to start to warm up your complexion. It's going to really give you that structure back to your skin, and you can already see how much skinnier this side of my face looks than this side. See how this side looks a little bland, but this side looks much like more put together? Click the little thumbs up if you see the difference. So important. I use the shade Taffeta or Poplin in the pressed powder for all over like my finishing powder, and then right now I'm using the shade Twill for contouring. And again, this is a pressed powder, so it's kind of confusing because you're like, you're contouring with a pressed powder? Yes, I definitely am. I actually prefer it because the pressed powders are easier to blend because they're a powder. So this is so simple and easy to not only blend, but get this really mattifying bronzy look instead of any kind of shimmer or anything like that. I'm sure that they'll come out with bronzer, yes, but right now this is what we got, and I love, love, love it. So just do the temples of the forehead. I don't like to go beneath my eyebrows, but it's all personal preference. The loose powder is really good, simple coverage. If you're looking for something, if you hate liquid foundations, the loose powder is a really great option. It is more of a light to medium coverage, however. But if you like a light to medium coverage, you will love it. I will use a pressed powder over a loose powder any day. I also recommend using the pressed powder over the loose powder because just like liquid foundations, you still want to set it. So it's almost like think of our pressed powder more of a finishing powder rather than a pressed powder because it does provide light coverage, but it is so silky soft. It's so good, you guys. I wear organza foundation. What should I use for the pressed powder? The shade Taffeta or the shade Poplin is what I would recommend for you, Amanda. All right, so for today's blush, I'm going to use the shade Supple, which is this like really pretty kind of bronzy blush color. Smiling, and then you'll tap this on. This is the shade Supple, and this is one of my favorite colors, especially when doing just a very soft and subtle look like today, because it's more of peachy undertoned, so you get this like subtle, glowy, just kind of peachy blush tone instead of like a pink or a red. If you ever feel like you look too overdone or it looks too dark or anything, you can always take your finishing powder brush, press powder, and just kind of go over that area. All right, so now for highlight, I'm going to do the Touch of the Mood Luminizer in the shade Pearly, and this is gorgeous for highlighting. It's like this rosy gold tone, and I'm just going to pop this on the highest parts of my cheekbone and the bridge and tip of my nose, just like this. I don't know if I'm seeing any comments. Will someone comment something so I can tell? All right, so I'm going to pop this on my Cupid's bow, just like that. And now we have this really pretty kind of bronzy finished look. Isn't that pretty? All right, so for eyebrows, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Oh yeah, okay, thank you, Veronica. Hello, hi Tracy. All right, so for brows, we're gonna do the brow pencil in the shade Medium, which is one of my favorite products because of just how simple and easy it is. The shade Light is still in stock, so if you have blonde hair, gray hair, or red hair, the light pencil is going to be the one that you're going to want. It's very, very simple to use. And what I do with my brows is I simply just like outline them and then color them in, to put it plainly. And then you can go as like bold and structured as you're wanting, or as light and soft as you want. But doing your brows is so important with getting a finished, like framed look to your face. Really frames it up, and then it also makes it look like you have much more room for eyeshadow underneath. All right, so for this section, or for this side, is the pressed powder in contrast spelled? No, it's Twill, Twill. Thank you, Linda. Hello from Virginia. Yes, please comment color match in the comments if you need me to message you a color match recommendation. All right, so now for this side. So I always go from the tear duct and straight up. That's where I know where to like stop the brow. So I go from this corner and then I drag it up to the arch. Once I get to the arch, then I'll take it back down through the tail. And then I'll do the same thing under here. So from the corner to the arch and then through the tail, just like that. And then color in. All right, so this is what I was gonna show you guys. It's kind of a cool little trick, and I used to do this all the time, and I just kind of forgot. But if you have very sparse eyebrows, or if you have very light eyebrows, I used to do this all the time, and I love the outcome, so I thought I would share it with you guys again. So I like to take the Epic Mascara. This will usually only work if you have brown hair. If you have light hair, white hair, gray hair, or red hair, it might not work for you, but you're gonna take the brown Epic Mascara. So this is technically a mascara in the shade brown, and I wipe a lot of that product off. So you're gonna take this, and what I used to love to do is I would start here and I would use this as a brow gel. And this not only be a little messy, but we'll clean it up. This would give you almost this like 3D effect on your brows. So if you have really sparse eyebrows, this is a really, really good trick for you. But what was I gonna do? I guess I'll use this. And then if you get chunky, I'll kind of take it through. So this is my trick for you guys if you have really sparse eyebrows and you've been wanting them to look like thicker or bolder. And then I'll take the spoolie side of whatever you got, and then you'll just comb that through. And your brows are gonna look so much thicker, it's crazy. All right, so if you do get mascara anywhere, and this like goes for like your eyes too, the trick is you're gonna want to let it dry fully. So this side, I only got like a little tiny prick. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the spoolie thing, and you're gonna scratch at it, and then you'll take your blending bud that you use your concealer with, and go right over that. And it's like it never happened. But it is such a cool little neat trick if you have really sparse eyebrows or you want them to look bolder. All right, so let's see if this is dried enough. Nope, because if it's not dried enough, it just smears. I'm gonna prick at it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna come back to that. So now for eyes, we're gonna do a really pretty like bronzy eye look. Very, very, very simple. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, I'm gonna use the shade Nimble, which is this really pretty taupey brown color. This is actually the color that I used on my mom yesterday. So this color is really, really good if you have hooded eyes or smaller eyes, because it doesn't overpower your eyes, but it does give it some dimension and some shape. Yes, so that was the Epic Mascara. This guy right here. This is the Epic Mascara in the shade Brown is what we did for that. Yeah, isn't that such a cool little trick? Epic Mascara in the shade Brown. All right, so now we're gonna just go in with the fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna pop this all over the crease of my eye. And with this, we're kind of working like smarter by blending out this eye look before we actually are like doing it. So I like to blend it out first. So I'll go in with this all over. My golden round short necklace. Both my necklace, actually this necklace, I can give you the link to on my Instagram story, but the shorter one is by Lavender Blue. If you don't have Nimble, would Astute work? Yes. Astute and Nimble are really, really close. All right, so now that we have Nimble on there, now the star of the show is this guy right here. This is the Splurge Cream Shadow, and I always joke around that these should be called like idiot proof because they're so simple to use. So you can either go in with your cream shadow brush, and if you could like bottle up a cloud, that's what these would feel like. They are so moussey, so they can like come out. So I know some of you guys have gotten these and you're like, mine just like fell out. Totally normal. It's like a mousse. Just pop it back in. So they're super, super creamy and moussey, and there are matte colors as well as like metallic colors. The shade I'm using today is called Tenacious. This is actually one of my first like tried and true loves with this brand. This color right here, it's incredible. It's such a gorgeous bronzy finish. And what you could do is you could either apply it with the cream brush like I just did, or you're gonna take your ring finger. Look at that, isn't that so pretty? And you can apply it with your finger, and this is gonna kind of bump up the pigment of it. But I love these because they are crease proof, smudge proof, and they're pigmented without being like overboard to where like you put it on and you're like, oh my goodness, what have I done? They are buildable and so pretty. Isn't that so gorgeous? Oh, I love it. So pretty. Honestly, having the same products and doing your makeup along with me in these tutorials is actually how I learned to do my makeup. I was a huge tomboy growing up. My mom didn't really know how to do makeup either, so I kind of learned in my late 20s how to do it, and honestly, I learned with this brand. I feel like that's why I'm so passionate about this brand, is because it really helped me and walked me through it and held my hand while I learned to do my makeup. So if I can do it, you absolutely can do it. So make sure to grab the same products and the same tools and message me a selfie facing a window if you need to be color matched or need any recommendations on which colors to use or which products are better for your skin. So just message me and I would be so happy to help you. I always tell you guys that this isn't like Sephora where you're going to shop on my website and then you're never going to see or hear from me again. It's not like I'm going to sell you on this product and you're going to get it in the mail and be like, what is this used for? You can always reach out to me if you need any help picking out products or application or anything like that. If a color isn't, or if a product isn't working exactly how you want it to, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. We'll troubleshoot it together. This is the shade Tenacious in the Splurge Cream Shadows. Absolutely one of my absolute favorite colors. It's so pretty. All right, so once we have the base color on there, now I'm going to take my fluffy crease brush again, and I'm just going to kind of blend that out a little bit, just so everything looks super, super soft and pretty. All right, and now I'm going to switch up my brushes, and I'm going to grab the liner shader brush, and I'm going to grab this color Gullible, and I'm going to drag this underneath the lower lash line, and this is going to give it more of like cohesive, like finished eye look. My longer necklace, I'll link it on my Instagram story after this, so make sure you follow me on Instagram and you watch my stories. My Instagram name is Raya Hope, RAYAHOPE, and then to watch the stories, you just go to my Instagram and click on my profile picture, and the stories will begin to play. So make sure you're following there, and I'll give you the link to the longer necklace, and then my shorter necklace is from Lavender Blue. Hello! Thank you so much. Give me so much confidence. Oh, I love it. All right, so once we've done that, I'm gonna go back and get this piece of mascara off my forehead. So just scratch, scratch, scratch. I used to be so like embarrassed and like shy when I would like make a mistake when doing my makeup. And now I like totally welcome it because it's like true life, you know? Like this is how you fix a scenario. It's funny what you learn with age. And then I'm taking my blending bud and I'm just bouncing that off there. Ta-da, it's gone. And then sometimes I'll take my powder, just make sure it's not shiny. And then I'll fix my brow, because I wiped off some of that. And then bring it on back. Ta-da! Like it never happened. Do the eyebrows have fallout? No, that's the other thing I love about the Splurge Cream shadows is there's no fallout at all. Is the longer necklace fashion only? No. It's from Amazon. Message her. Yes, please, please message me, Lisa. I'd love to help you. All right, so now for the rest of our makeup. I'm going to take my setting spray and spray my face with this. Now, it's so important to make sure that you're setting your makeup for more than one reason. So not only does it add like a moisturizing effect to your foundation, which helps your pressed powder kind of separate and look much more natural, but it also helps to prevent transferring. So if you are not setting your makeup after you're done, I like to set mine before I do my mascara, but if you're not setting it, you're going to see a huge difference in doing so. I also will use this product before and after I do my primer, and that really, really helps bump up the coverage and to hide your pores and do all the fun things. Do you need primer with the cream shadows? I don't necessarily use an eye primer underneath unless you have really oily eyelids, then yes, I would. Do the cream shadows dry at all? They can if you leave them open. So you're going to want to make sure that you want to seal that up really good. They do have an expiration date, I think of a year, 2 years. I forget where it says it on there. So I would replace them every like 2 years or so if you haven't gone through it yet. Almost forgot my eyeliner. I'm going to take my Precision eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and I'm just going to pop this on my waterline. I love this eyeliner, you guys. It's only $15. It doesn't build up in your tear duct. It is so, so good. So I pop that on the water lines, above and below, just like that. All right, so now that we're done with our eyes, I'm gonna do my mascara. So first thing I do is the Lash Primer is what it's called. So we're going to go in first with the Lash Primer, and just like they joke around and say it's a crime not to prime your face, same goes with your lashes. This not only is going to give you so much more length and volume, but it also gives you so much hydration for your lashes, which helps them to grow. So if you have short, stubby little lashes, make sure that you are using your Lash Primer. It's really, really going to help, but it also gives you like an extra inch to fake those long lashes. All right, so Lash Primer's on, and then I go immediately in with my 4D mascara. On your eyes. What was your question, Lisa? I'm sorry. I'm still learning. Aw, thank you. Is there a link to the cute strappy shirt you had on yesterday during your mom's makeup video? I actually did a whole try on, Leah, on my Instagram and my Facebook for that top. So you can refer back to, it's probably easier on my Instagram story, honestly, because you can just swipe up. But if you go to my Instagram, Raya Hope, and then check out my profile picture, click that. It's a little red circle. Click the red circle and my stories will begin to play. Oh my goodness, I know my hair has grown so fast. I actually shared on my Instagram story what I've been using to make my hair grow. Just got my lash primer, use it for the first time. Yay, Susan! Is your video doing your mom's makeup posted somewhere? Yes, it's actually here on my Facebook. So as soon as I get off here, make sure you check out my page, Rhea Hope. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you follow it. You can do 2 things for pages, for business pages on Facebook, so make sure you're doing both. You like it and follow it, and then you can scroll down to yesterday and watch it on the replay. I know, right? The lash primer is like incredible. It gives you such good length and volume. I love it. So now I'm going in with the 4D mascara, which is hands down one of my favorite mascaras ever. It has fibers and gel infused in it. And you're going to go from the base of the lash all the way up with this. So I did want to mention too that the whole website's on sale. Should have mentioned that in the beginning. My entire website besides skincare is actually on sale. So if you order 5 products, 5 qualifying products, you're going to get 25% off your whole order. If you order 4 products, you get 20% off. And if you order 3 qualifying products, you get 15% off. So if you haven't yet snagged any of the products that you've been seeing me use, definitely make sure you grab them this month because that deal is too good to pass up. So again, that's 25% off your whole order if you order 25 products. Or 25 products. 5 products. 5. So insane. Aren't those lashes crazy? They literally look like extensions. I love it. All right, so now for lips, we're going to do a really fun kind of brown lip look today. Who out there loves brown lipstick? Am I the only one? Does the cream shadow dry when it's on? No. Well, yes and no. It dries in the form of it doesn't smudge or smear, but there's no drying effect. It's like a moussey feeling rather than a liquid. It's not a liquid, it's more of a mousse. I do not prime the bottom lashes. No, I don't do anything to my bottom lashes except for do eyeshadow underneath. Yeah, no, I don't have to use a lash curler. No. The 4D and the lash primer really help do that. Yeah, make sure you shop right here. RheaHopeBeauty.com is where you can find everything I've used so far. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the lip liner in the shade Prudent. And this is my favorite lip liner. I use it every single day. It's such a good color because you can overdraw with it, and it's perfect at keeping your lipstick into place. So I'm going to use this on the top and the bottom, and then I'll just kind of feather through. Just like that. And these are only $15 too. Lash primer is a must. Amen to that. I'm going to try it. Yes, make sure, like I said, to shop right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. All right, so now for today, we're going to do the lipstick in the shade Compatible. These are called Crush Powder Lipsticks. They're a really cool formula. I've never seen anything like this. So they go on powder and they go into a cream finish, a cream matte finish, and they're not drying, they don't peel, they're perfect. They're really good if you have dry lips. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this. Now, if you are newer at powder lipstick, I always recommend it kind of swirl like that to get some of the powder off, or you can kind of very gently tap. See, it's like literally a powder. See that? So you're going to go in, start in the center of your lip, and just go back and forth. And you're going to take this all the way to the lip liner. Isn't that so pretty? All right, I'm going to go in with a little bit more. My only warning is don't breathe in when you're going in with it because it's a powder. It'll get in your mouth. Learn that the hard way. But I just don't breathe in. I'm not going in with it at first. So as soon as it touches your lips, it turns into cream. Just like this. I'd recommend when you first get it, maybe do it on your hand just so you can kind of get a feel of how these work. But they're the coolest formula. And they have an all-day hold. Going all the way out to the lip liner. And that's so pretty. So they're matte and they have a really, really good hold. So that was compatible. And then I was going to take like a nude lipstick. I don't know. I'll grab this one. Does it make your lips look dry? Does not. It's not drying. It's not pulling. It doesn't peel. Oh, it's so, so good. My lip powder I ordered is the same one you're using. I got Prudent too. Yes, you can use both together. That's what I did, Prudent. All right, so I'm just going to take a, I don't know what this one is. I think it's by MAC. I don't know what color it is though. And I'm just going to pop this on top just for a little sheen. Isn't that pretty? Ah, so fun. I feel like this is a Kylie Jenner lipstick look. So there it is. Yes, one's from, message me and I can give you the link to this, Diana. Yeah, super, super creamy. Yeah, it doesn't dry out your lips like at all. I have a hair stuck in my eyelashes. Okay, sorry. What shadow did I use? I used the Splurge Cream shadow in the shade Tenacious on my eyes. And then for the foundation, I used the shade Lace in the Liquid Touch. But if you guys need any recommendations or you're not sure what products to get, just message me here on Facebook and I would love to help you. If you love MAC, then you're going to be obsessed with our brand. It's very similar without being toxic and suffocating to your skin. So message me and I'd be so happy to help you guys. Send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a full recommendation. But I will be doing a try on haul in like 5 minutes here on Facebook. So make sure that you are catching it live here. And then like I kept telling you, make sure to go over to my Instagram and make sure that you watch my Instagram stories. I don't know what the color is. The sticker like came completely off. I have no idea. And the name is even like rubbed off. But I see an M, so I'm just assuming. So I don't have the link to that one, sorry. But let me know if I can help you guys out at all. I love you all. See you in like 5 or 10 minutes. Bye.